Good morning, folks. Welcome to an OCC Queensland weather app. Today, the 20th of December 2022. My name's Chris Nitzo. This update brought to you by our major sponsor, TownsvilleSheds.com. Check them out if you're in the market for a shed, safe, accredited shed. Just an update on our cyclone. Tropical Cyclone Darian, still located about 2,400 kilometres away from the northwest tip of WA, has now become a Category 3. So our first official tropical cyclone of the Australian season is now a severe tropical cyclone. You can see that system is still moving in a general southerly to southeasterly direction. It's expected to move to the west from tomorrow onwards, and the expectation is it'll move outside of the Australian area of responsibility. Nothing to do with Queensland, but it's important to understand that we have started our official tropical cyclone season with a severe cyclone. An equatorial trough is operating across the Timor Sea and the Arafura Sea here to the north of the Northern Territory, with a weak low embedded inside that trough. That equatorial trough is expected to morph into a monsoon trough. All a bit technical, but the expectation is we'll see a weak monsoon trough coming onto the coastline towards the end of the week across the northeast top end. Lots of rainfall today across the northeastern top end. Now let's get into Queensland. The only place we really need to talk about for Queensland is the Cape and western parts. Quite clearly, the Cape is where the action's at. You can see significant rainfall coming onto the Cape coastline. Big convergence zone located here between northerlies and easterlies across that Torres Strait, northeastern Cape York Peninsula region. Lots of storm activity this morning with some heavy rainfall. You can also see some light patchy rain from decaying storm activity across western Queensland, and a couple of showers around the eastern seaboard, especially around the northeast Queensland coastline. Not much in them. If you're a boatie, winds are dreadful. Forget about it. Don't worry about it. Just do something overland for the next couple of days. What we do see towards the end of tomorrow is perhaps a weakening of those winds around southeast Queensland, but for those of you in northern and central Queensland, it's rubbish. Forget about it. Let's move on. Right, so through today, our biggest area of interest is the Cape. You can see lots of heavy rainfall with showers and thunderstorms up there through the day. It looks like a fairly sort of weak start to the storm afternoon across western Queensland, but things do get a little better towards the evening hours, and some isolated patchy, weakish sort of convection across the northern interior. Once again, not overly interested in any of that stuff either. But you can see overnight tonight, some solid convection across western Queensland continues through the nighttime hours, and you can see some heavy rainfall overnight in the northeastern parts of Cape York Peninsula. Between now and when we speak tomorrow, we're expecting to see falls up around 50 to 100 millimetres on that northeastern Cape region, maybe some localised falls that are better than that. Northeast Queensland, see those enhanced showers across the next 24 hours on that coastline, particularly where the biggest, tallest mountain ranges are. So that's from Tully to about Gordonvale and up here around the Daintree, Cape Trib area. And you'll notice some thunderstorm activity out west in the far western parts of the state. Also, see this little light blue splotching? That tells us there might be some little bit isolated shower activity, maybe even some light patchy rain from any cloud activity going on through this area, but nothing there of note. If you want to know more about anything we talked about today, you can see we've done a 28-minute video on the North Kimberley monsoon and the Northern Territory monsoon and low coming up. We've done a 20-minute video on the Queensland Weather Week coming up. We've done a 19-minute video for the North Queensland a couple of days ahead, particularly focused on the Cape, Gulf region and northwestern parts. So we do a lot more in-depth stuff for those of you who are subscribers. So if you're interested in that, head over to join.ozcyclonechasers.com.au and choose from our subscription options. Thanks for watching this video. I'll have a chat to you in the morning.